I'm Jay Thomas, and welcome to Rides.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners.
Valley City, North Dakota. It's beautiful, actually, in this area. Al Schmidt, stunning black 57 Chevy. And folks, you're gonna love this car. There it is. Look at that. Huh? Let's go look at this beautiful 57 Chevy. Al, how you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah.
There it is. Look at you out here polishing it up. Dude, this thing, I remember seeing this a few months back and just, I was blown away by just how beautiful this body paint. It's unreal. What's the story behind this, man?
The story is it's a family car.
Family car?
Bought in Park Rapids, Minnesota. It was a junker sitting behind a garage. My wife's number 2 brother spotted it and he wanted to buy it. Guy probably said, I need $100 for it. So he went home and got everything he could scrounge up, and he came up with 2/3 of the money, and he's gonna go down and ask the guy, could I put the down payment on it? Well, my father-in-law was a Chevy mechanic, but when 57 came, he had to get a 57. This car, for David then, went down Saturday morning to put the down payment on. Sorry, kid, I sold it to a guy last night.
Oh, no.
Not knowing it was his dad.
Okay.
So then Dad goes, said, help me take this car home. And David was moping, and it's the car they looked for. Eventually, David sold it to his brother Mark. Mark was gonna move to Nebraska, and he couldn't take the car, and some guy wanted to buy it to chop it up to make a hot rod out of it.
Oh,
Dad
no,
said,
no,
I can't let you do that. He said, I'll buy it, but Dad didn't have the money. So Louise, she worked in the hot lunch line at the school. She dug into her pockets, and she came up with the money to keep the car in the family. Eventually decided that this friend of mine that owns the body shop, he said, when you're ready, he said, let me know, we'll do it. So 3 years later, we backed it out of the shop.
Here it is. Walk us through your car, Al.
Made July 9th, 1957. July 9th being the day that I entered the Marine Corps, 1970.
No kidding.
So we share a
You serious?
a same birthday,
Hey,
yes.
thank you, too, for your service. The same day that you signed up, went to
Different
service.
year,
Different
but the
year,
same,
yeah, but the same day.
Yep. After we tore everything down, we took her right down. The bare frame was laying on the ground and started from there.
I mean, you took it right back. If I was to walk into a showroom in 1957, this is exactly what I'd see, correct?
Yep.
I mean, you brought it right back to original factory.
One thing we did for a safety upgrade, we did put a dual master cylinder on, and they make the plumbing to do that now for safety. So if something goes haywire, you don't lose brakes in all 4 corners.
Who did your interior work?
Mike Prosby did that too.
He did it as well? So
Yeah.
he did the painting, the interior? I mean, he did, wow. That is one talented man. Oh, this thing is beautiful. We get to take this out for a ride, right?
That's right.
Okay, all right. There's no way I'm leaving and not riding in this piece of American history. Oh, come on. Oh. What are you running for an engine in this?
I got a 283 in here with a 4-barrel, which would be factory.
Yep. Wow, this thing is just, oh, there you go. Just as clean.
Yeah.
My God, do you even drive this?
Not enough.
The attention to detail, Al, on this is amazing. From top to bottom, inside out, this is 100% 1957. Walk into the showroom, this is what you get. We gotta go for a
Well,
ride.
we'll see. It started once, let's try it again.
Oh yeah,
we
let's
get lucky?
Let's go for a ride.
Let's do it.
Oh, this thing just floats, Al. This is a cruise.
Hard to think that this was the thing in the day.
What a ride. Oh. What a great riding car, Al. This was a blast, dude. I'm so glad I met you. Thank you for being on Rides.
Thanks for coming.
Ferrari.
Yeah, 308 GTS.
That's the sound. Love it. Yeah, that'll get your attention. I'm Jay Thomas, and welcome to Rides. Today we're going to talk to Mike. I met him about a year ago, almost to the date, at a car show up in Moorhead, Minnesota, and he showed up with this beautiful 50s Triumph, about 95+% original, a little rough, patinaed, but it is sweet. But then talking to Mike, we find out he's got a couple exotics, and there's a great hangout here as well. So let's find Mike and talk cars. Mike!
Jay!
How you doing, man?
Hey, good to see you.
Ferrari.
Yeah, 308 GTS.
Oh, look at that.
3.0 liter, 4 Weber carburetors.
Wow. These things have really started to skyrocket again in value.
They picked
went
up again.
Yeah,
Yep.
they went down and then they went back up.
They dropped a little bit, but they're coming back again. So the 308 is a good starter Ferrari for exotic car collectors or collectors who want to aspire to become exotic car collectors. And there's plenty of them out there. They're durable, easy to find parts for. Of course, maintenance on Ferrari, as you can imagine,
Oh, yeah.
is going to be a little tricky.
You know, of all the Ferraris out there, and I think Ferraris are absolutely stunning, beautiful cars. But for me, this is probably the most iconic Ferrari that was ever made, just because of the era I grew up watching Magnum PI.
Yep.
And it just has a timeless look to it. It is so sleek. And you know, this is what, 1979? We're
Exactly.
2023, and it still looks like it's a modern, just built car.
There are two camps of Ferrari people. There are the purists, and then there are the free spirits and people that customize it and make it their own. As you can see, I'm kind of on this side of the continuum. The Italian racing stripe, I just added that because I liked it. I wanted to have this one represent somewhat of the Challenge series of Ferrari.
Sure.
That's why you're going to see the upgraded seats.
Yep.
4-point belt, seat belt harness. The interior's all been redone. You're going to see aluminum foot pedals there that are, again, part of the Challenge series. Mostly cosmetic kinds of things to change it up.
But you didn't buy this to flip it. It
No,
seems like
no.
you bought this because you always wanted one. You're at a point in your life where, hey, you know what, I can swing it, but I can make it my own.
Exactly. You know, the other thing that Ferrari purists will go livid about are these shields.
Yep.
The car did not come with the shield. Purists will see that and say, Mike, what have you done to this car? They'll wonder, why did you throw that
Because
decal on
you know
there?
why? Because it's your Ferrari.
Exactly.
That's the sound. Love it. You don't see a lot of these running around in the neck of the woods where we live.
You know,
What's this thing running for an engine, and what kind of horsepower?
this has got a Toyota engine, reliable Toyota.
Really?
Seriously, 3.5 liter V6 pumps out about 280 horsepower.
That's pretty good for a car this small.
It is.
Those colors go great. The brushed aluminum goes with the silver paint job on
It
it.
does. It does.
Can we take a look at the engine on this one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So the engine is underneath all of that.
Wow.
Not so much to look at. Again, it's a fairly modern vehicle. You know, it's got the engine cover over it that keeps everything contained.
Sure.
But
Oh, yeah. Give it a little juice. Yeah, that'll get your attention.
ignition key on, choke out,
57 Triumph
starter button, and we're good to go.
fired right up, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we'll be right back with more rides after the break.
Ferrari.
Yeah, 308 GTS.
You don't see a lot of these running around in the neck of the woods where we live.
You know,
That'll get your attention. Okay, what we came here for is, you gotta be kidding me, a 50s Triumph. What year is this?
this is a 1957 TR3.
This thing is so cool, Mike.
The TR3 in that era of 55, 57, I believe there were about 13,000. And there's still a lot of them on the road. You know, a lot of them are raced, a lot of them are driven for Sunday drive kind of things. Again, kind of two camps with this one. Either the, oh, Mike, why don't you restore it? When are you gonna paint it? When are you gonna take care of it? And preservation mode. So, you know, again, you can see I'm in the preservation mode. I'm not too interested in worrying about the paint. I love to go to car shows because what I'll do is when other cars park next to me, I'll go up to them and say, hey, you know what? Watch it when you open that door because I don't want you to be messing with my paint.
How does it ride? Does it ride great?
You know, it actually doesn't ride too badly. I mean, it does have a different kind of shock absorbers. It's got lever shock absorbers in the back, which are a little bit different. This was the first British car of all the British cars out there that used the disc brakes.
What kind of power does this little thing have?
Well, this thing doesn't really pump out a whole lot. It's about a two-liter engine.
Yeah.
Pumps out, you know, on a good day, maybe 100 horsepower.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not a high-powered like the other two.
No, it's just a fun scooting car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Got a little fire extinguisher there between the seats just because.
Yeah, that's a little fire. That's a little fire extinguisher.
It is, and you know that was again reminiscent of what the cars had with them when they would go out on rallies or doing some road work.
Wow. Can we take a look at the power plant?
Oh, you bet.
There it is. Didn't touch it under the hood. Haven't touched it.
Not so much.
Man, looks great.
These velocity stacks. The first Triumph I had when I was 16 years old. I got these and put them on on the one that I had. And of course, the pack rat that I am, over the decades, I just kept these. And sure enough, when I got this, the first thing that I added onto were these velocity stacks under the SU carburetors.
This is just, it looks like it's just a fun car. Next question, can we take it out for a ride?
We can take it out for a ride.
Well, let's go for a ride.
Okay. All right. Ignition key on, choke out, starter button, and we're good to go.
Fired right up, baby.
Yeah.
Look at all that leg room.
Yeah.
Look at that leg room, people. All right, we're going for a ride. Oh, dude, this is a fun little car.
It is.
I feel like I should be on the other side of the pond when I'm in this thing.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
At the time that these first came out, there was a particular ward that became dedicated to the Triumph wing because there were so many crash and burn incidents.
Wow.
That they had to have special care for all the victims in London that had crashes with their little TRs.
I will say this is the smallest car I've ridden in so far on rides. And this was a blast, man. This thing is so cool. Absolute blast. Mike, thanks for being on rides.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome.
No, I know we can't leave yet because I believe your partner, Fern, has let's call it a hangout, a shisha, a great place. I believe it's
Yep, she loves
it's a
her
soda shop.
She loves her soda shop. So yeah, let's go on in and see what
Introduce
she's
me?
up to. Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. So let's talk about your hangout because evidently the hangout was built around the car.
It was. I was co-owner of the Moorhead Tasty Freeze, and this whole area has kind of become my replication. It's kind of cool to have my life in here.
Hey, more rides coming up after the break.
Absolute blast. Mike, thanks for being on rides.
Absolutely, you're more than welcome.
No, I know we can't leave yet because I believe your partner, Fern, has let's call it a
A hangout, a she shed, a great place. I believe
Yep.
it's
Yep, she loves
it's a
her
soda shop.
She loves her soda shop. So yeah, let's go on in and see
Introduce
what she's
me?
up to. Absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
Let's go see if Fern's out here.
All right.
Yep, there she is.
Is this Fern? Is this your partner, Fern?
Yeah. Fern?
Hi.
Jay Thomas, right? It's nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
So this is your hangout, she shed. What do you want to call it?
It's the soda shop.
It's the soda shop. Well, I'll tell you what stands out in the soda shop. Can we talk about this beautiful
Yes,
Thunderbird?
absolutely.
All right. What's the story on the Thunderbird?
It was owned by a woman for 54 years before me. She had it renovated in 1996, and it's 99 plus original parts. So
99% of this thing's original?
Yep.
Wow. This thing is beautiful.
Mike had been looking for a 56 T-Bird for me for a long time. He knew that I just loved him. I even made a little model of one in the 80s and just loved him. And he would point other ones out to me and I'd say, no, it has to be a 56. Or it would be another one that would be a 56. No, it has to be white.
So what are some of the features on this thing?
There's a safety package.
What's the safety package? Seat belts?
Seat belts and a padded dash.
Really?
Yeah.
That was considered safety? I
That was-
suppose, man, so you know, if you got in a wreck, God forbid, you didn't smack your head on a steel dash.
And padded visors.
So padded visors
Yeah.
and a padded dash were
Yeah.
considered safety features.
Yeah, that was a safety feature.
What's it got for an engine?
A 312.
A 312?
Yep.
Can we take a look at it?
Yeah.
There it is. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, that's clean. This is a beautiful T-Bird. Wow, this thing is gorgeous. It's never gonna leave, is it?
No.
I didn't think so. I can
No.
see the smile on your face.
I was joking whether or not I could find a burial plot big enough to put the car in with it.
So let's talk about your hangout, because evidently the hangout was built around the car.
It was.
All right, so how do you end up, because usually most guys, they get the garage. That's
Yeah.
a fight between the guys and their other half. How did you end up with the garage? Because I'm
Well,
guessing this isn't Mike's garage.
no. He built another building in the back, and when he told me he was going to do that, I like, oh, okay. And he said, hey, you can have this garage, and you can have your T-Bird in here. And as soon as he said that, then it was like, oh, I'm going to make a soda shop.
You wanted a soda shop.
wanted
Why-
a soda shop.
Why a soda shop?
I was co-owner of the Morehead Tasty Freeze.
That's an iconic
For 30
place up
years.
here, really.
Yeah, and so it kind of got in my bones and
Sure.
serving ice cream, and this whole area has kind of become my replication, or some of my life throughout it.
What did Mike think when he told him I'm building a 50 soda shop?
Okay.
Hey, it's your garage now. You can do what you
That's
want
right.
with
That's
it.
right. That's what he keeps saying. Your garage, you can do what you want.
Do you got a lot of friends that come hang out here?
I do, and everybody likes to add something
Sure.
to it, and my friend made the sign over there that's flashing.
Fern Soda Shop. Is that
Yeah.
the official name of it?
Yeah. And then my maiden name over there, the good old Norwegian Friedenlund beer.
So there's actually a beer company after your family name?
Yeah.
Where did you find a sign?
Well, I had seen one my cousin had, so I've been looking for one, and I found one after I decided to do the soda shop. But I have this, and had some friends that got me a Friedenlund
Wow, you
beer
got the
glass.
glasses. Holy cow.
My daughter was just in Norway, and she brought me back a couple of cans.
Nice. Yeah, that's
So
really cool.
yeah, it's kind of cool to have my life in here.
This, what is this?
It's a Mills Constellation 951. And my dad and I started to renovate that, but he passed away and we kind of got stuck in a corner, and I had taken it all apart and rolled it out after I decided to do this and thought, oh my. Where do I start?
So now we're looking at this Mills jukebox, and then there's the Tucker automobile, says meets the Mills jukebox. What's the story?
Well, when Tucker was having the cars go down the line, they realized they didn't have the steering wheel ready. So they contacted Lincoln Zephyr and got some seconds from their steering wheels. And apparently somewhere down the line, too, they forgot about the horn button.
Uh-oh.
And so about 50 years later, a guy was doing a really deep renovation of a Tucker and discovered Mills music
For the button.
for the button. And
That's it right there.
and there it is, right there.
So they actually use that for the steering wheel.
They did. I ordered that cloth, and that's for radios.
Yeah, that looks like, yeah, it would be on like the old Coronado radios from the 30s and 40s.
Yep. When I first turned it on, I got emotional because it sounded like
Sounded
a
the real
jukebox.
deal,
Yeah, it sounded like the
exactly.
real deal because I realized it's the cabinet that gives the sound.
Yep. Is there anything that you're searching for that you want here that you go, I gotta have this in my soda shop?
I think I've got everything
Yeah.
that I want in here.
Fern, this is a great little hangout, a beautiful 56 Thunderbird. Great story behind it. This has been a blast. Thank you so much for being on Rides, and thanks
Thank
for sharing
you.
your hangout.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fern.
Hey, if you have a cool story that involves a car, a motorcycle, a boat, heck, anything with an engine, we want to hear about it. Just go to rideswithjthomas.tv, send us a picture with your story, and your ride could be featured on the show. And don't forget to visit the merch shop where you can get all your Rides gear. From everyone here at Rides, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Jay Thomas, and this old Triumph from the 50s, and it's like 95+% original.
Start this over?
Why?
Because your head got cut off when you walked up close.
You didn't move the camera fast enough?
No, I didn't.
God. 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Good.